Hello. Welcome to the overview of cluster management and its core features in OpenText ACDI version 25.2. Cluster management represents the most significant advancement in ACDI version 25.2. In this video, let us walk you through the complete process of moving from single-node to multi-node cluster. Let's begin with the current state analysis. By default, ACDI starts as a single-node cluster. In this configuration, the cluster is non-discoverable, OpenSearch is bound to the loopback interface, and no external node communication is available. Now, let's take a look at the new cluster capabilities in version 25.2. You can now configure master and replica nodes, ensuring flexibility and scalability. The system also provides automatic certificate management, simplifying security setup across nodes. With cross-node data synchronization, your data remains consistent and reliable. And finally, built-in failover mechanisms guarantee high availability in case one of the nodes goes down. With these advancements, ACDI 25.2 takes a major step forward in performance, reliability, and enterprise readiness. Let's begin the cluster management review with the cluster initialization and installation. Creating your first cluster. The creation of your cluster begins with navigating to the administration menu on your left. Next, go to ACDI cluster. Here you are on the ACDI cluster management page. When you first access cluster management, ACDI detects your single-node setup and offers two options. Create cluster, convert current node to discoverable master. Or join cluster, connect to existing cluster. It is highly recommended to make a full backup before starting any operations with cluster. With this switch, you confirm the backup has been made. Next, it's time to configure the master node. Click Create Cluster to expand the menu with cluster setup options. Here, change the cluster name, for example, to Production ACDI Cluster. Leave the Node Zone setting at its default value. And make sure Shard Allocation Awareness by Zone is enabled. In the Preset Settings field, change the node role to Discoverable Master. What happens in the background? Network OpenSearch configuration is identified. Network interfaces are bound to the engines. Discovery services are activated. A certificate authority is set up. Finally, let's save and apply the settings. Adding replica nodes. Now, let's move on to adding replica nodes, which begins with preparing join information. While remaining on the ACDI cluster management page, go to the top of the screen and click the Join Information button to open the settings window. The master node will generate all the necessary connection details, including master node URL and credentials, SSL certificate for secure communication, service account configuration. Make sure the Include this node certificate option is enabled. Copy the join cluster information, which is generated automatically. Next, navigate to the Administration menu and then select ACDI Cluster to return to the cluster management page. Confirm that you've completed a full backup of the ACDI master node is enabled. Now click Join Cluster. On the Join Node Setup page, paste the join information you copied earlier into the corresponding settings field on the screen. Enter the password from the master node. And enable the switch to confirm the data wipe acknowledgement. OK, now connect the cluster. Once the cluster connection is complete, a yellow button will appear. It prompts you to configure the role of the connected node. Click the button to open the role configuration settings. In the Presets field, you'll see two options. Replica Data Node enables full data replication with search capabilities. Custom Node Configuration, Advanced Settings, available in future versions. For now, select the only available preset, Replica Data Node. Automatic configuration includes the following settings: Discovery seed hosts, Zone assignment, Network interface binding, Search and ingest roles. Now let's save the changes. Index management for clusters. Let's continue the cluster management process with the post-join operations. Go to the Administration menu and select Index Management from the Open Search Modules submenu. Now you are on the Index Management page. Select Indexes from the menu on your left. The current state shows that by default there are 0 replicas, single node legacy, and that the shards are allocated to single node only. In order to make changes, return to the ACDI cluster management page and click Adjust Index Settings in the upper part of the screen. What this does: 1. Sets replica count to match cluster size. 2. Initiates data replication across nodes. 3. Ensures 100% data redundancy. Done. Let's go back to the index management page. And take a look at the data once again. By monitoring the progress, you can notice that shard allocation percentage increases, and cluster health moves to green status. This is how a node is connected to the system. The node connection is now completed. High availability demonstration. Let's begin with the failover testing. First, let's stop OpenSearch on the master node, which will be done in the command window. To check if OpenSearch was successfully stopped on the master node, you can go to Dashboards. Load a dashboard from the list. And see that the replica is working. By observing the current ACDI behavior, it is to see that data remains accessible from replica nodes. Search operations continue uninterrupted. Cluster automatically redistributes load. To initiate the recovery process, you need to restart the OpenSearch service. And it is done in the command window with the following command: systemctl start OpenSearch. As a result, the node was automatically rejoined, data was synchronized, and full cluster health was restored. In our next video, we will explore the advanced data management capabilities. Thank you for your attention. Have a good one.